Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
Will all come back to you. Break stride, sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks alike. I hope y'all are doing well tonight. You are listening to Midnight Run with me, Michael. I hope y'all are doing okay. Fair, whatever. If you want to watch this live, you can go to twitch.tv/Meltalurk Original, where you can not only watch this live, you can interact and chat. You can shape how the episode goes. Yeah. Also, you can watch the after show, where I just hang out and stuff that once the VOD of this is gone, it's gone. Clips, I'm sniping them down like Chris Kyle. Basically making sure that doesn't happen. But because that's an intimate thing. If you're here, you're here. If you see the VOD, you see the VOD. But anything after that, nah. Unless if I say so. Because there are definitely, clips and stuff that are like, oh, that's fine. So, but if you miss it, because hey, whatever, it's hard. It's midnight where I'm at, I get that. You can watch it on YouTube. And you can listen to it on Spotify. Eventually Apple, but whatever. Trying to get that set up, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. And next week, if I'm not mistaken, I have to have another the prequel to the show has to be up, which oh boy, it's been about 5 years, and I have less than 7 days to get it done, or just to edit it, at least. Yeah, that's not gonna be too hard, I don't think. But you can see the evolution from me being a radio host as to what I'm doing now. Just that gradual. I think I don't know what I'll do for that though, but I want to keep it as authentic as possible, but at the same time, I have to trim a lot because I do station calls every time, and yeah, it's a lot. Anyways, a lot. I think that's pretty much it. But I also have other stuff on my YouTube channel. But the prequel stuff, Minute Ramen, the radio show will be on Spotify for sure once I get it up. Apple Podcasts probably for once I get that going or whatever the hell, get that linked up. I'll probably also try to get it on other stuff as well, but over time I think it's probably better it would just be for Spotify, because I'm thinking just making a playlist for it, and that's the easiest way to listen to it. And if it gets taken out, whatever. I still have the edited stuff. And if absolutely anything else, I'll just put the list of the song in the description. I think I'll probably do that in some notes or something. I don't really know. But, for each of those shows, I had to write, because it was a specialty show. Well, not even a specialty. No, it wasn't a specialty show. Because whenever you were DJing, you had to play certain songs within the top 20 or top 40, whatever the heck. Luckily it was from CDs, so you weren't restrained to playing the top 40 songs, and really just a niche little sliver of that too. Man, Like you could play just an absolute piss track that nobody really wants to listen to on like the 15th album, and it'll be fine. But honestly, sometimes you discover pretty good music that way. Like, no joke. I discovered a lot of just interesting stuff just rummaging around the the CD station or CD selection. We had like a whole like couple of cupboards like of individually shelved CDs. And even some of the shelves like had this like, instead of like the CD like little cover thing, they had like sleeves because we put them in those too. So you could fit like 2 or 3 of them in there. Just look at, oh, is this a good album? Yes. Is this a good album? No. And then just like pick and choose. And we also had like describers and stuff like that. I like, if I had to, like, doing that was pretty fun. Trying to keep up with that, especially with like school and other stuff, was kind of hard. But when you got into like a streak of like listening to an album, rating it, doing it, it took like about an hour, typically. And I think the only time that I like gave bad ratings if the song just actually sucked, or like you can't play this on the radio, because like of course, you know, you can't have swears and stuff like that on the radio. That would be a no-no. A netty no-no. And actually, I think there was like an acceptable line. There was definitely an acceptable line, but you know, you couldn't really get too far with it. Couldn't really get far at all. But yeah. And I said a lot. Oh god. And like a lot. I still do that. Habits never change. War never changes. Oh man, that's gonna be fun. Speaking of like things that haven't changed, Florida is getting fucked right now. Hurricane Milton. Ugh, jeez. Like, I feel bad for the people that live in Florida, because like, it's gonna be bad. Like, even for Florida, it's gonna be bad. And when the weather people are like, yeah, it's gonna be bad for Florida, oh, you know it's gonna be bad. And plus, like, the Milton has like changed from like a category 4 to a 5 to a 4 to a 5 to a 6 to a 5. It's like, it's crazy. Back to a 4. I think when I think it already touched land. It's already, you know, hit land at this point. But yeah, it's gonna be rough. Rough. Yeah, I would never want to live down there. Like, honestly, I wouldn't want to live on the East Coast. No offense to anyone that does, but like, that is just nasty. And it's like, oh, you got tornadoes and stuff like that. Yeah, they're small. They're not usually filled with feet of rain. Like, it's fine. That's why I like it. I kind of like it up here just because it's like, the summers are but I mean, the winters suck. Winters suck. Last one wasn't too bad, but like some of the ones that we've had, oh jeez, I'd rather live somewhere else. But summers, depending on the year, they're not too bad either. They're not like extremely hot. This past one was like kind of mild. I don't think we've had like more than like shit, not even a week of like 90-degree weather. Or like, actually no, more 100-degree weather. I don't even think we've had even like a weekend or like 2 days, like 3 days. I don't really know of how much 100-degree weather we've had in Minnesota, but I don't think we've had any at all. If I'm thinking right, but I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But like actually confirmed, because there is, you know, oh, it was 100 degrees here, but it's, yeah, okay, in your small town that only has one thing and it's your backyard, that doesn't really count. Like, it's got to be an actual record or recorded thing to make it, you know, count, I guess. I don't know. Even so. It was 100 degrees in my backyard. Yeah, okay, Farmer John. No one cares. But it is fall. I'm more of a spring guy because like fall's beautiful, whatever, blah 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 blah. People on the bandwagon trying to get me like fall. It's like I hate fall because it's a transitional period between summer and winter. You're going into the cold. I'd rather be coming out of the cold. Like if anything, I'd rather just go straight from warm weather to cold. Just be like, oh, it's like 70 whatever degrees, drop it down to 30. Don't care. Don't care. Like, I'd rather have it be cold and maybe blistery, like maybe have some wind. But okay, the wind is the thing that sucks, actually. I think the fall wind sucks because like just the reason why I hate fall weather is because like I mean just like you could say this for spring as well, but like for spring you're coming out, so like you're prepared, you're suited for the weather. But like for fall it's like, oh, it's super cold in the morning. Okay, I'm gonna go wear a jacket. You know, and it's like noon and all of a sudden I gotta wear shorts. It's like, what? No. I don't want to do that. And it gets like cold like a couple hours later. It's like I'm not for it. I'm really not for it. Oh, you could just wear shut up. Oh, it's the leaves are falling. It's like, yeah, that's cool. I'd rather have it be getting warmer. Yeah. Cool. Getting colder stinks. Just like drop it down. Just like drop it. Like a beat. Feel? But it's okay. I was gonna say no. I don't want to get into weird baloney stuff. But like working out the weather, weather is hard to predict too. Weather is super hard to predict because like, I mean, it isn't, but it also is. But like getting, spot on is damn impossible. Like you can get close, but it's not going to be 100% accurate because of course you got that Farmer John that's like, oh, it wasn't supposed to rain, but it rained on my farm. It's like, dude, shut up. Like it's cloudy. Okay. Who asked? There's a chance of rain. Yeah, I can't really predict 30% chance of rain. And it doesn't, like, it's kind of scattered. So, like, how are you supposed to predict that? I mean, you can, but it's like, you could. But it's not really easy to figure that out. Especially if it's scattered over a large area. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of fall. I'm not. And weird thing, pumpkin spice this year has not been talked about a lot. Not a lot. Like even I can't even think of like number of times I've heard even like the radio or news stations like talk about pumpkin spice, which like rarely. Like even today, like I think today was like one of the maybe 2-3 times that I've heard people talk about pumpkin spice on TV, and it's like that's crazy. That's actually crazy. And like even last year there were like people promoting their pumpkin spice lattes in August, early August. It's like, dude, we get it that July's over, but like bump off. Like Halloween is for months. Just like chill. Like, and I get Halloween. I'm not like a huge. I don't know. I don't know if I'd say I'm more of a Christmas guy, but like I love Halloween as well. I feel like Christmas is more intimate. Or like the holidays are more intimate about family and stuff like that. As opposed to like Halloween where, as you get to adult, it's more about friends and partying and stuff like that and not trying to die. Which like, that's cool. also the amount of horror movies. I'm not a huge horror movie fan either. Like, I'll watch a horror movie. I'm not a huge fan of them, but like, you know, but like I'll definitely watch like a Dead Meat or if it's on TV, I'll watch it. But like, I'm not going out of my way to watch a horror movie unless if like it's something new or a thriller or something like that's really really good and I know it's good. Or just like the other day, I was watching FXX and it was playing The Menu, which I had not seen. I can't remember what point it was. And of course, like ads and stuff like that. I didn't watch like the whole movie, but just like I watched a good chunk of it and it's like, damn, that is a good movie. And then after that was Barbarian. Like, what the fuck? That was crazy. Like, banger movie after banger movie? Like, what the hell? Like, game recognized game, dude. And like, and not to diss on Barbarian, it's like some of the decisions made by certain characters, like, what the? You didn't think? Also, I missed like a huge plot point, a very huge plot point of it. And I had to look up on IMDb. It's like, oh, now I get it. Now I get it. But yeah, good movie, honestly. Good movie. But like the stakes of it are kind of low to be completely frank. Pretty low. But damn. I'll say this. Skarsgård. Ooh. Ooh. Non-spoiler. I'm not gonna go any further, but ooh. Also, you also have the guy that was in Dodgeball. Not it's like something Levi, I think. Not Zachary Levi. Fuck that guy. Or Zach something. I can't remember. But he's like the high schooler guy, but he's totally not a high schooler. Why can't I think of his name? But he was in the movie, and he's like this actor that had a rape allegation or actually committed rape, which was confirmed later, and I missed it because like the TV system that we have like stutters from time to time because it's like spread over a huge network and goes over a bunch of TVs. But like on ours, more specifically, I feel like ours, it does it a lot more. So like it'll do it like where it freezes or like it goes black or something like that for like a couple seconds. So we have to like either change the channel or just wait and just miss the moment where he just kind of confirmed it. And it's like, son of a bitch. Like a big point of the movie. It's like, you missed it. But yeah, good movie. I like a good movie. But earlier today, the guys were watching it was Friday the 13th part, well 7 and then 8. But 7 was the one where it was 8 because 8 is the one where Freddy takes Manhattan. And like it's crazy what about like TV censorship and whatever. Cuz I'm trying to think of a movie that had a lot of it. I'm like, why? Why do they do that? But like there was this one scene in and the movie's old at this point. Like, come on, if you haven't seen it, like, if you think it's a spoiler, don't listen to this bit for a little while. Just skip ahead like 2-3 minutes. I don't know. But the movie's old. Who cares? But Freddy was like on a rooftop with this guy, and the guy starts fucking wailing on Freddy. And Jason. He was writing on just wailing on Jason, just like ba 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 ba, just boxing the shit out of him, and he's not even like phased at all. And then he gets super duper tired, and he's like, hit me with your best shot. And like what's supposed to happen is Jason just takes his fist and punches the guy's head off, but it cuts to like an establishing shot of like him. You don't see the guy, but you see Jason over the rooftop. And then the next time that you really kind of see Jason, like you see the head of the guy that got killed in a taxi cab. It's like weird. Or even like some of the censorship stuff. Like a good one. Like a good one that has a lot of like even Barbarian. Okay, Barbarian has a lot of them because the guy that I was talking about earlier says just drops a lot of F-bombs like in the span of like a minute, not like Wolf of Wall Street F-bombs level of F-bombs, but like he drops a lot of them. And he says like fudge, fun, fudge. Like the amount of like changes and some movies are better than others, I feel like, at getting that like word change. Or like trying to actually spin it completely different. Or like I think the one I think of the most is Kingsman, the first Kingsman, when Eggsy's, basically cornered and he's like talking with the princess and she's like, yeah, we could do in the asshole. And they changed it. We can do it in the cell. Just the way that it comes off a little awkward. It works, but it's like at the same time, it's like, huh? A little weird. Ugh. Sorry to yawn like that, but I had to. I'm a big stepper on the ground rap god. I need a drink. I got both my COVID and my flu shot today. Man, they're kicking in. Because, like, I got my vac sheet, my booster and vaccines. And like how they're obviously like muted versions, like toned down versions of the disease, so that way your body is able to adapt to them and fight off ones that are actually that disease. Man, the last time I got a boost, I don't think I got a booster for the past couple of years until the initial wave of stuff, because I got like my first one like as soon as like when I could. Because, like, obviously there were other people that are more deserving. But I got my second, like, dosage, my 1 of 2. I mean, 2 of 2, I should say. Like, the day before graduation. That was a fuck situation. What I did that night was I went out drinking with a bunch of my coworkers from the CMU, the Memorial Union I worked at the time, because we were all graduating. It's crazy that we were all graduating at the exact same time. Oh man, that was pretty fucked. And we went to this bar. It was like a bar, like it's right by the track. And for those who know, but it's also outdoors. And it wasn't too far, so I just walked there. Because it wasn't too far. But also, it was still, spring, and it's kind of cold, but it's not cold. It was warm enough that you could, like, wear a sweatshirt and be fine. Typically. I was, like, freezing on the way home. Like, I could feel my bones chilling. So what I did when I had a few drinks in, and, like, I was, good enough to walk home and whatever. I could feel like I was freezing, absolutely just chilled. So what I did when I got back into the apartment, I hopped in the bed, and I had like a big blanket to like just to sleep under. And I'm just cold. I need to take a shower. Holy fuck, that shower was so good. I honestly feel like I might take it. No, I'm not going to take a shower. I'll probably do when I wake up. I do need to take a shower, though. But, like, I took a shower. Oh man, that was so good. Oh, like a hot shower. Got into bed, woke up the next day, graduated. But obviously, it was during COVID times. Actually, coming out of COVID times, but we didn't have like a ceremony. We did it online, and just like I didn't know that my parents were coming up, and they didn't tell me until like they were like an hour away, and I'm like, hell yeah, that was fun. It was fun to see them for the day. They surprised me and they were around when I graduated, and we took photos and stuff. I wish we took more, but also at the same time, I was like, I'm also coming off a booster, like a vaccine, kind of still coming off of it, but I was fine. But I'm like, it's not the hottest outside. It's still spring up by the river, and it's kind of cold. But yeah, that was a fun time. You know what? I think it's time. I think it's time to open up some magic packs. So let's do that. That's a good. I think it was a good stopping point. So let's do it. Let's open up some magic packs. Got 3 play boosters of Duskmourn. I don't really know what to talk about here as I open the packs. Before I say the cards, I kind of want to keep on a little longer, but also at the same time I don't know. But I hope y'all are doing good. I mean, I pray for those that are like facing Hurricane Milton, because that's like if Florida says it's crazy, that's saying something. Like I don't like I don't think any other storm this year around there has been that bad, but also like on that much news. I mean, there was the previous hurricane, but that wasn't even near them. That was like to the left or to the west of them. So like they kind of didn't really get it, but they did, but they didn't. Or, you know, I'm gonna do the left since I already said the left. The left. Three, two, one, flip. We got an obvious bookworm. Oh, jeez. Cursed Windbreaker. Oh, that looks sick. Oh, man. I felt like I almost threw up there. Excuse me. Brood Spinner. Innocuous Rat. Stocked Researcher. Say its name. Altenac. Given to Violence. Most Valuable Slayer. Disgusting. I'm not even saying it. Friendly Ghost. Oh, I already see the card, but like, stop. The art card is. Oh, it's this one. It's one of the Exhume, but from the guy that made the art is from the guy that made the Goosebumps books. Not R.L. Stine, but the guy that made that illustration for that. For those. Nowhere to Run is the foil. We got a forest for the land, and then behind that we got a alt frame peer past the veil. That looks pretty sick. Discard your hand, then draw X cards, where X is a card types among cards in your graveyard. Not bad. And then Threats from Every Corner is my last card from that one. Okay. Right here. I feel like for the pack trick, hopefully we're good. 3, 2, 1, flip. Let's play a game. Ooh, Ethereal Armor. Very nice. Fear of Falling. Baleworth Leech. Manifest Dread. Bear Trap. Innocuous Rat. The Hand That Feeds. Size for Slumber. Glimmer Burst. We got a Spirit Token. The foil is a Leyline of... Oh, that's pretty good. Leyline of Transformation. That's actually pretty decent. I love that. The land is a Neglected Manor. Behind it, we got Waltz of Rage. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. Until end of turn, whenever creature you control dies, exile the top card of your library. You may play it until the end of your next turn. I will put that off to the side, because I am making an exile deck like that. And then Coordinated Clobbering is my last card. Does a lot of exiling and playing exiled cards. Oh, man. Oh, my lighting is bad. What the fuck? It's going out. The batteries are dying. Popular Eagerist, Fear of Infinity, Dagger Maw Megalodon, Grasping Longneck, Fear of Last Teeth, Rampaging Soul Rager, Seize from Slumber, Hardened Escort, Shut Up, the Boiler Bag Ripper. Art card is a Ghostbuster guy. Oh, shit. The foil is a Grasping Longneck. Then we got a Full Art Mountain for the land. Then behind it, we got Winter. The guide, word 2 at the beginning of your upkeep. Each player discards or draws 2 cards. As long as there are 4 or more card types in your graveyard, each opponent's maximum hand size is equal to 7 minus the number of those cards, which is pretty good. And then we got Twitching Doll. Okay, decent. And then Norin, Swift Survivalist for the last card. Actually, I feel like, I don't know. Decent packs, I don't know. Maybe I want one later in the after show. I don't know. But we'll see. I am okay. So earlier today, I will talk a little bit more about Magic even after the fact, but I've been seeing a lot of Magic content, specifically earlier today, about stacks. And stacks is this effect where basically making it so that your opponents and yourself can't really play the game, essentially. Basic example of that is called Smokestacks, which it's a card that basically reads, at the beginning of your upkeep, you put a soot counter, or end step, I don't really know. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you put a counter on it, and at the beginning of every player's upkeep, they have to destroy a permanent card equal to the number of soot counters on Smokestacks. And that builds up gradually. So eventually you let it keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially. 5 things, permanents, are destroyed, including lands. That's crazy. That's like the kind of thing that, or making it so your lands don't come in and you can use them, or creatures or stuff like that, making it harder for your opponents to actually play the game. And that's kind of the point of it. But that made me thinking, because peering behind the veil for my content for this month, outside of this, I'm putting out a lot of videos or deck tech speed runs, which there will be one up on the channel this week, obviously. But for this week, it's not that. It's not going to be a stacks deck, but perchance one of them will be. I think that might be the sign, because I watched one video from I can't remember the guy's channel, and then literally less than an hour later, I saw another one from another channel on YouTube, and then later I saw a TikTok or something was talking about stacks. I'm like, I think this might be a sign that I need to redo my stacks deck, which had no game plan. But the one time I played it, the game lasted 3 hours and nobody had fun. Nobody, including myself. It was horrible. I had no way to end it, but I made it suck. I was just playing the deck. Yeah, I could have easily just said, yeah, I'll let shit fly, but also at the same time, I want to play the deck. I want to see how it works. It's evil. But it's not evil in a fun way. It's evil it's evil. Also at the same time, It's not fun evil either for me. So, yeah. Plus, making it work and destroying the cards that need to be destroyed, hard, really hard. But it's basically assembling all these pieces together to make it impossible for your opponents to play. I don't usually do that sort of stuff, but like that one deck that I have, you can have a thing. If you check the videos out, you will know. I talk a lot about stuff there. Deck tech speed runs. There's a whole playlist on my YouTube channel for that. On every single one. And yeah, I love doing them. Basically, I do like, oh, here are some of the cards. Here's what the curve, the mana curve, whatever. Here's how you play it. Here's how you do it. And then take you through like a couple hands, which you yourself can actually then go into the deck and just play it yourself. Because like play it online. And I want to make it so like, yeah, I can make just a top tier deck, but I want to make it so that I have it. Because a huge thing among the community, and I feel like the reason that I have it on my Mox field is more also to like keep a record of what cards I have. Because if something say were to go missing or get stolen, I want to know, and I want to be able to find a way to either claim insurance on it, because like that's a lot of cards. Like some of the decks are crazy expensive, not like in the thousands, but hundreds of dollars for sure. If I had to buy every single, yeah, hundreds of dollars. I'm not joking. Including the deck, like, that's not even talking about sleeves in the deck box, I should say. Yeah. It's crazy. But yeah. I think there was one infamous story where this guy had like this deck, and I'm not even gonna talk about what went wrong, what got the guy caught, but like this guy had like a huge chunk of his collection stolen, and like they kind of set up a sting thing to get the guy, and oh man, it was so crazy. There's like, I can't remember what YouTube channel had a video on it. I think it might have been Jake and Joel's Magic. I'm not sure. But it was like from over a year ago. But basically a guy gets his card stolen, and like the signature, like the way that people knew that it was this guy's cards was like he drew on them. Like there was a Stoneforge Mystic that was like basically had like a hat and a cane, like a British man, like a proper British boy, a British gentleman. And that's how like they kind of found him, and oh, he's gonna be here. Yeah, it was wild. Like I said, oh yeah, come back. But yeah, I just kind of want to prevent from happening. And one of my coworkers even had his card stolen, and like luckily he has this. I don't want to go into great detail about stuff, but he has this like Highlander thing or whatever. I can't remember exactly what it's. Cube. I think it's his cube. But oh my god, he was showing me some of the cards that were in it. I'm like, bro, what? You have this card? No way. And I'm not saying like Power 9, but Dual Lands were definitely in there. And those cards are hundreds of dollars for good ones. Like they were like, I think the ones that he showed me were not in bad condition either. So it's like why am I even touching this? Like, why did you hand me this? Like, my God. But it's crazy. It's crazy how literal pieces of cardboard have value like that. Oh, there's a show by like 2 Chains, or that was on Vice, or that's on Vice, but like the most expensive, like he goes around talking to collectors. You know, I'm looking at my sign and I have to change it. Something's up with it. I can't handle this. Third colors. You son of a bitch. What if I turn it off? It won't turn off. Why? Okay. Okay. Huh? I think that's fine. Let's do it green. Fuck it. It's green now. It's green now. Green for real. Green FN. Green FN. But yeah, like why did he give me these cards? Like, I am totally not worthy to hold them. Oh yeah, that's what I was. That's okay. I was talking about to change the show, whereas like he goes around talking to people that collect like different objects that are like expensive collections, like millions and millions of dollars. It's like some of the things that people have are just wild. Obviously, you have like sneakers or Hot Wheels, even instruments. And there was like one where he went to like a studio. It's like, yeah, of course the board is over $1,000. It's like a Neve board, analog board. Like, it's a good board. Yeah, it's analog, but it's really, really good. But also, there's no fucking way you can sell it or even move it for that matter because it's so heavy and like basically the only way to get it out of the room is to destroy it. That's the only way to get that like those kinds of boards out is to destroy the board and like salvage what you can. Because there's no way in hell you're getting it out that door. Like, you got to destroy the building just to get it out. It's, yeah. And like, oh, and some of the microphones that the guy had were like Neumann. I always call him Newman. Neumann. I always call them Newmans, even though they're Neumanns, just because it's similar. Like he has like a bunch of Neumanns. If he would have had a Telefunken, I would have been a bit more impressed. Because like Telefunkens are expensive. Like Neumanns can be expensive, but Telefunken, oh, that's another step up. But even then, they're not the most expensive. Like some mics are very expensive. Like very expensive. We're talking like actual microphones, not like lapels or shit like that. Although lapels, God. Like I think we have no, the Earthwork is technically an overhead mic. Now I'm thinking about it. But oh no, we have Countrymen's. Countrymen's are good, but they're expensive. Uh, we've even had performers bring in their own just because, yeah, but we have like a couple at work that we use from time to time. Not always though, but only if like the client requests it because they are not cheap to use. But also another thing that's crazy about microphones, like especially like talking about lapels and stuff like that, it can change because people's bodies. One thing I learned in college, people's bodies are obviously made up of different compositions, shapes and size and whatever. But like chemically and like compoundiness, people are literally built different because certain people can't wear certain mics because they have too much iron in their system or something like that, which will mess with the signal, or if like they sweat too much or this or that. There are a factor of things that can go different that forces a certain actor or actress to not use a certain microphone or have it in a certain position. But typically, obviously, you have it where you can, if it's possible. Ugh. Had some mucus come out. Not my nose. Yuck. Ew. Like that's okay, that's not to get it be gross or whatever, but I had this like a thing that I've been doing since I was a kid. Like I sniffle, or it sounds like I'm sneezing, but I'm not. I'm sniffling like basically my snot up and kind of gather it in my mouth sometimes. Sometimes it actually is fruitful and like I can get some real meat on a loogie. Like real huck on it to a hey, that was like last episode. Call back. Huck 3 Just kidding. Oh, she had fucking what's her name? Speaking of Hawk 2, and I don't want to bring that one back up again, but she had a why am I blanking on her name? Jojo Siwa on her podcast. Like, what? Like anyone can get on that fucking podcast. But I guess I mean, it makes sense. But they were talking about just, like, god damn it, talking about something sensible. Like I get it, but like, of course you have to talk about Hawk 2. Like, doing it makes sense. Like that makes sense. But really, for intellectual podcast, and I don't mean to diss it because like, let's be honest with. I'm gonna be honest. I'm literally just one guy in a freaking room just spitballing things, talking to a freaking wall. So like, yeah. What can I really say? What can I truly have against the Talk to a podcast when there's more than one people, whatever, blah 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 blah, whatever. Oh geez, I almost hit something on my keyboard. Hey, fuck that stream. Oh. Yeah, that's staying on the podcast. That's staying on the edit. It has to. Ugh. Oh man. I feel like I kind of should take like a nap or something after this is done. At least I don't really know because like now that I've noticed, like if I take my time like uploading stuff, it takes me about like 4 o'clock was how long it took last time to get both the podcast up on YouTube and on Spotify. Like it took a long time, and I stopped at like 2. Or is it 3? Oh, I can't remember. Might have been 2, might have been 3. Or it might have been 3, might have been 4. I can't remember. But I think it was probably like midway, like 3:30. But still, I was like tired. Like I could not stay awake. So like if I don't know, there's got to be a better way. It doesn't help that I'm uploading to both at the exact same time, but yeah. Might be better just to upload one and then do the other one. I should probably see, I'm double guessing myself. I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. Oh. Ooh. I know I should check it because I know my old boss had a podcast. I even mentioned way earlier in the show, not this episode, but like earlier in an early episode. I don't know how long. Probably like at 30, around then. And I wonder how far he's gotten with it. Because he had like a bunch of episodes like kind of ready made to go and like put up on like Spotify. But I wonder if he like made a season 2 or whatever it was. It was like a cartoon like talk through show, like play, whatever. It was actually kind of interesting. Like a kid show, like kind of like Powerpuff Girls or whatever, but like as a podcast, essentially. As an audio pod, thing. was interesting. Some of the episodes are actually like, it was more geared towards kids because it was duh. But some of them were kind of funny and clever. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie. They're good. Yeah. But doing this is weird. Yo, mama. Gotta take a drink. I feel like my nose is getting very stuffy. But oh, ow. I'm waking up to ash and dust. I feel it in my bones. Wait, what? I cannot stand Imagine Dragons, dude. I think I was driving home. Yeah, I was driving home, and I don't know if it was there was a song playing on the radio, and I don't know if it sounded a little bit like Coldplay, like a different version of like Coldplay, but I'm pretty certain it was an Imagine Dragons song, and I just can't stand it, dude. Like you can tell it's him, like every time, but also but like it's not great. It's not great music. Like I can't. Stop kidding yourselves. Thunder is not a good pump up song. It just isn't. Like people that like I don't not to offend anyone that loves Imagine Dragons because like hey, people have different opinions and that's all right. But like it's so mild. I don't want to say mid, but it's just so their music is so mild that Radioactive is their most intense song, in my opinion. Like I just feel like Radioactive is their most intense song, and that's saying a lot because it's like one of their earlier songs. Like, and don't get me wrong, like I kind of fuck with Radioactive, but I also kind of don't. Thunder, I sure shit don't. What was it called? Believer is okay, but also at the same time, the only saving grace that it has is that it was the song that was in the trailer for the Switch. That's the only saving grace that it has, and that's it. Like I can't, dude. I just can't. I can't even with him. Like it. It's not for me. I feel like they probably have released new stuff, and it's just like, bro, they're not that good. I know one of my older bosses had liked them, like questioned why I didn't like Thunder. It's just so freaking mild. Like thunder, feel the thunder, pop, 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 lightning in the thunder, thunder, thunder. Say you're basic, say you're basic, say you're basic. Who do you think you are? Starting at the bottom, now we're not going anywhere. It's like, what? That's not pumping me up. It's like I know it's trying, but like, what? You're trying to egg me on with that second verse? It's just not doing anything. Like I feel like that song is trying to be a rip on like how they should amp up their music, but they don't. Literally, that's the freaking bridge. Like, I wonder if like the VOD of this is gonna get like, because it sounds almost the same. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. That's literally the song. I'm sorry. But like also at the same time, I'm not sorry. Be green. Green FN. Our green one. Oh, I haven't even mentioned it. Ah, fuck. It's 10 out of 10. It's 10/10. It's 10/10. Oh, that's actually perfect. Oh. All this time It's 10/10. I haven't even talked about Ben 10. Ben 10 fucking fans are so weird. Like I love the I love the show. I love the concepts that come from it. The story is crazy as hell. But some of the fans are fucking weird. Some of them are weird. Like get off her goat. But then there are also like the weird, gross weird fans that are like, yeah, we're gonna make Ben and his cousin do it. Ugh. Ugh. Brother, ugh. No. Ugh. And there's a technical canonical couple. It's Kevin 11 and Gwen. So like, ugh. But also at the same time, it is, it would, something curious of like, I wonder what it'd be like if Ben morphed into an alien and had. Because I bet plenty of them do. I don't know. But I wonder if, one thing about the show, it's like, is that painful that when he goes through them? Because, I would have to imagine, because, it fucks with his bone structure and shit. Like, the animation of him transforming into, to aliens sometimes is, literally watching his bones get fucking turned in mush. And then get elongated. It's like, whoa. That's crazy. But, obviously, when it's done, it's just like, what? I do like the show, though. I do like the show. Just some of the fan base needs to probably go outside. Speaking of going outside, I think it's time to wrap this up. But, 10 out of 10. My girlfriend. I love her. I love her a lot. I know she's probably sleeping while listening / watching this. Hi. My fucking bones ache. I'm trying to get over this. It's fine. Thank God I don't have to work in the morning. Oh my lord. This would suck. Oh. Speaking of work, I am going to have a rough next couple of weeks. Ugh. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to get paid. Paid. For real. All right. So if you want to watch this live, yeah, you can go to twitch.tv/meltalurk original, all one word. Or you can not only watch this live, you can manipulate the chat and make me change the topics and stuff like that. Do other things as well in my chat to make this episode what it is when it comes out. Also, you can watch the after show where I just edit this down and other stuff like that. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Trying to think what else. Oh, but if you miss it, because you only have up to 2 weeks when this video is up on Twitch for me, but once it's gone, it's gone. But you can watch the edited videos on YouTube and listen to it on Spotify. I also have other stuff on my YouTube channel, and I also have a TikTok, which I haven't uploaded in a long time. Yeah, I haven't really gotten on that, haven't I? But it's fine. I really need to get back onto it and actually try to upload more. But work is kind of gonna kick my ass, so that's a non-starter there. Almost a non-starter. So we'll see. But I do have content coming out for the channel that's gonna be fun. A lot of deck tech speed runs, and yeah. Thank you to Gradients for the use of their song "Used to It" off of them The Call. They're playing another show. They played a show last week that I went to, and I love it. I got a poster. Oh, I should have put the poster up. Oh, I got a poster signed by all of them. Damn, I forgot to put it up. And I meant to. I did also pay them a little bit more. Because, yeah, I gave them a little extra little things. Because, it's not much, but, hey, it's something. I'm giving them money for their work. It's not like, oh, I'm giving him $10. No, I'm giving him a little bit more than $10, obviously, but still, I'm not giving him like $100. Like, I'm not giving him $1,000. I should be more specific. Like, I'm not giving him $1,000. That's a lot. I don't have that, especially for this. Yeah, not a lot. But I'm giving them some money, like giving them some money and making sure that they're good. They are also playing another show on Sunday as well. I can't remember where it was, but I know one of them had posted it somewhere, I think. But it's good to see that they're playing more shows in the cities and stuff like that, and I love it. Their music is good. I love their stuff. They're still working on their new album. Not really working, but they're slowly drip feeding their new album, and some of the stuff that they have on their album is going to be probably better than the first. I honestly think that it's going to be the album is going to top the other one, top their first album, because it sounds like their first single, Parasite, stellar. I love it. Different kind of techniques are on it, or like miking and whatever vocal techniques and whatever, effects. But even live, it's really good, I think. They're fun dudes. They're just fun dudes. They're nice guys. Like, it's the stereotypical, like, oh, hard rockers, but like the most introverted. I don't want to say introverted, but like, how you would imagine an introverted, like just friendly people. Like if I was like in a house full of a bunch of people, it would definitely be them. Because I love them. They're fun. They're goofy, sometimes stupid, but they're fun. Yeah. And thank you guys for listening, watching, and doing what you do. But as I look at the clock right now, it is not midnight here anymore. I'm sorry. Maybe next. I have to take out the trash. I gotta get this episode going. I gotta get it up. I gotta get going. But the thing is, hey, it's not midnight here anymore, but it is midnight somewhere. So until it becomes midnight here once again, I'll see you later. I don't know why I turned into an Italian, like doing a hard Italian accent. I don't mean anything to Italians. But until next time, until it's midnight here once again, I will see you. Until then, bye-bye.
Well, I told her I can't say no. Oh, baby, well, I